good, y'all? It's Brandi and I'm coming back on today to do a continuation of my law school videos. If you guys haven't checked out part 1 where I talk about just general information, if you're someone who's interested in going to law school and you want to know what to expect, and also about my personal experience during the 3 years of law school. So if you guys want to check that out, then definitely I'll probably put the link somewhere around here as well as in the description box below. But today's video is going to be just me giving some tips on how I was able to succeed in law school for all 3 years, and hopefully they'll help you guys a little bit. So if you're interested in learning more, then please keep watching. I know with me, when coming from college and going straight into law school, it wasn't that much of an adjustment because like most people in college, you have a schedule down pat for like when you're going to complete work, you know, how long you're going to study for and things like that. But with law school, it was a little bit different. Like I said in my previous video, law school is pretty much like a 9-to-5 job, especially like the very first year, because you're going to be at school all day long. What I would do is just kind of either use the calendar that I had on my phone to like plug in things, or like some people like working with paper calendars and things like that, or planners. So whatever works best for you. I always made sure that I had one day during the week that I did nothing dealing with law school at all. And that was just to give myself a mental break, because you will go crazy if all you do is like law school, work, work, work. Like you have to have a release or something like that for your body and, you know, like mentally and physically. So with me, I would choose Sundays. That would be the day that I didn't do any law school work. Like I did only the things that I wanted to do that made me happy. Take care of yourself in the realm of eating. You want to eat right. Exercise is definitely very important because you need that. For your first year of law school, you're going to be doing a lot of sitting. Like, that's just the reality of it. You're going to be in classes for a very long time, and then after classes at nighttime, you're going to be sitting, reading, looking over things. So, like, that's pretty much most of your life for that. This just deals with like your mental state in class and not letting law school defeat you or the people who are there with you. There are going to be typical people in law school who are like classified as gunners or teacher's pet and things like that, but you don't want to concern yourself with them because you don't get many brownie points just because you always raise your hand in class, you always have the answer to everything. What it really comes down to is the final exam for that course and how you perform on it. Yes, you know, the professor knowing you and things like that, that will help you in other avenues, like if you want to go to office hours and have the professors look over some of your practice exams and things like that. For the first year, it's so important to be a part of a study group because it really allows you to like bounce ideas off of others and see if what it is that's going on in your head is correct, because sometimes you'll be thinking of a concept and how it applies to a set of facts, whereas, you know, someone else who's listening to it, they're like, I don't really see it that way. And ultimately, it's kind of like what the professor sees. The study groups also allowed me to just form a network, because you're not going to make it to every single class. Only a few people make it to every single class. So you want some people that you know in each of your classes so you can call them, get their notes and things like that. Because when you miss one day of law school, it's so much information that you've missed, and it's really hard to get back on track. As I just said, like when you miss a day of class, you miss a lot of information, and it's just really hard to catch up unless you have like extenuating circumstances or something like that. Then that's completely understandable. And sometimes I did have to take like a personal day. Like you're gonna learn so much information over just the course of a semester, and then you have like 5 or 6 classes for that semester that you're taking. So that's a lot of information that your brain has to grab hold of, and there's no way possible for the majority of us to learn all of this information within like a week's time or 2 weeks time. Like, definitely take advantage of the professor's office hours, because you will gain some information that the professor may have not even discussed in class that you thought about. And you can also like ask questions that, you know, came up in your study sessions alone or in study groups and things like that. And one thing that I will say with that though, like if you feel like the question that you're gonna ask is something really stupid, definitely go to the people in your study groups or your friends and like ask them the question first to see if like it's something that most people wouldn't know the answer to, because you don't want to look crazy in front of your professor when you go to those office hours, because you know those are like key moments, and if you make a bad impression then they're going to remember that for the whole semester. You want to always be prepared for class, but if you aren't prepared for class, don't let that deter you from going. I know for me sometimes it was just like, well, I don't really want to be embarrassed in class and I didn't get to finish the reading, so if they call on me near the end of the reading in the last few pages that I know I didn't get to, then I'm going to look stupid. After a while I was just like weighing the importance. Upperclassmen know a lot of valuable information because it's just like, obviously they're going to know more because they've been there longer. Go to them, form a relationship with them, talk to them, and it's even a bonus because a lot of times upperclassmen have books and texts and stuff that you need for those classes, so you can get them at discounted prices. I remember I got like most of my books for free from my mentor because he just had all the books, and a lot of the classes for your first year, everyone takes these classes for the first year. Make sure that you're involved in extracurricular activities and things on campus that will, I guess, increase your knowledge base and also prepare you for like the work you're going to do after you graduate law school. Personally, I was involved in clinics during school. So I was in our fair housing clinic and also our family law clinic, and I worked directly with clients. Now that's something that lawyers are going to be doing once you get out into, you know, your career and things like that, but that's not something that you pretty much learn in classes in law school. These are all the tips that I have for you guys. If some of you guys have, you know, gone to law school or medical school or graduate school and have tips of your own that you would like to share, then definitely leave them in the comment section below. If you're not a subscriber, then click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.